City of Chicago, great place. Also, though, as you just heard, famous for crime, corruption, and mismanagement, all the usual things associated with decades of one-party Democratic rule. Now the city's completely out of money. It cannot afford to pay the promises it has made to its public sector employees. The crushing pension debt is not new, though. It's something that Mayor Rahm Emanuel knew about when he took office. He knew exactly how not to deal with it in 2014. Listen.
I do not think you should balance the budget by promoting recreational smoking of pot.
Yeah, you shouldn't get rich off the addictions of your own people. You wouldn't do that to your kids. Don't do it to your city. But now Emanuel has completely reversed course and decided the best way to balance the budget is to legalize marijuana and open up a casino. Mark Stein is not an accountant or a budget director, but he's a best-selling author, a frequent guest on this show, and we are happy to have him tonight. So, Mark, just as a philosophical matter, are our leaders supposed to be profiting from our addictions?
Not in a healthy society. But I've always thought, Tucker, that George Orwell's 1984 is the most popular dystopian novel, but that actually Aldous Huxley's Brave New World is a more accurate predictor of where we're going, where basically you get the masses hooked on sensual pleasures and thereby keep them quiet, keep them calm, keep them compliant with all the things you're trying to do. These are public sector pensions here, which are in the Illinois state constitution, that you can't do anything to reduce them. That's been in the Constitution of Illinois since 1970. It shouldn't be in the Constitution at all. It's not the proper province of constitutions to protect the public pensions of state workers. And so we have a situation where there'll be somebody living at 27 Elm Street who retires as a public school teacher in her 50s, and at 29 Elm Street there'll be a hardware store proprietor who's got to work into his 80s until he drops dead to support the pension of the lady next door. And there aren't enough of those people. So now we've got an even more aggressive tax where they're going to use pot and gambling and the weaknesses of the poor to fund the permanent bureaucracy. And this in a city that, as you point out, already has corruption and crime and murder and death on an incredible scale.
It's a disgusting mistreatment of his own people. It's really wrong. Mark Stein, thank you very much. Great to see you. Final exams coming up. Can you beat the news professionals at remembering what actually happened?